It starts with
one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know.
Alright, you there, Joe? Good one, John Q. Yeah, it seems to not be bouncing anymore. Let me know, guys, if it starts that crap again. I can try to kill it and restart. See, I have a monitor window underneath, and it seems to be holding okay now. John Q, they blow monkey balls. That's how Comcast is.
Oh, wow.
Hello?
Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let me give me a sec here. I'm all disorganized.
Well, what the fuck?
I know. The Cub's got a little, he's not feeling real well, so...
You gotta read this meme when you get a chance. And you gotta read the fine print. I might have to read the fine print for you guys, because it's kind of small.
I gotta pop on the VPN.
Actually, the funniest part of this meme is the really small text at the bottom.
Let's connect to New York City. Let's do that shit.
Or John Q, you can always use, what I do is I just type dark.vapingundergroundlive.com and that redirects to the right place for the dark theme.
It's all about the dark theme.
Yeah, that's all I use. It's just way easier on the eyes, especially when you're staring at it for 2.5, 3 hours, or 12.
Look, I'm opening a fresh one.
All right, read the meme.
Oh shit! Give me a sec. Behind it. Oh, I saw this. This one was great. Smokey posted this one on.
Yeah. Orbit rectal mints. And it says backdoor, and then it says underneath, eat that ass with class. That's the funniest part of it. It's funny.
Yeah, he's been posting some really funny ones.
Yeah, I got quite a few from him this week. Let's see, what's next? This is pretty good too.
Oh!
Yeah, that's rough. I like his face, it's great. He's like, not my problem.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Alright, next. This is pretty funny.
Oh my god.
It's wrong, but it's funny. Pork fact number 16.
Yeah. You know what? That's not a lie.
No, it's not. I mean, if you need to test, all you gotta do is put bacon out. Any non-blowing self up person is gonna love bacon. You know. We would gladly, us non-terrorist types will gladly take samples of free bacon as a test. We'd be like, yeah, bring it on. How many strips can I have? Alright, next. This is really good.
Hold on.
I fucking really laughed hard at this one. The picture they used for the bottom is perfect. I love that. That is so funny. And he's gonna see God tonight.
That is true.
Alright, I'll read it. There are two types of girls when giving head. And then the top girl is the, I guess I will. And then the bottom one is, and he's gonna see God tonight. And she's putting her hair in a ponytail. Fucking great. And pro tip for you single guys, marry the bottom ones. just free advice, I'm not charging. And related to that meme, oh
my god.
Pretty sure that's Emma Stone, but that's definitely been photoshopped.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I have a feeling that wasn't a corn dog originally. But as long as the Photoshopper turned it into a corn dog, we're all good.
Are you getting like weird flickering on my cam? Like once in a while on the bottom. I'm seeing like this, I don't know, this just kind of flickering.
Yeah, I kind of like Emma Stone. I was reading a thing on her. The reason she has the weird voice is she was one of those babies that just scream constantly. And babies that scream that much actually kind of permanently damage their vocal cords. So when they grow up, the damage is still there. So that's why she's got that kind of raspy voice. Interesting. So apparently she's a screamer. Nothing wrong with that.
They should have made that like a platinum card.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good though. 3 1/4 inches to please a woman, and it's fucking true. Alright, I guess we're ready for the intro.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Tiger's coming. She's just prettying herself up.
Alright.
We have taken over your frequency. Activate mod in-game.
Alright, so welcome to the biggest show in vaping.
Brought to you by Vaping Underground Live, featuring Vaporjoe.
I am one of your hosts, Vaporjoe.
TygerTyger.
Hands to God, I am not. You can be in the doghouse in silence.
Nitrobex.
Hey guys, this is Nitrobex.
TinyVapor.
I don't want to get heated again because it just really pisses me off.
And Smokey.
I have one smoky here.
Vaping's biggest giveaways.
Now, there's a lot to say about me. You can say that I'm mean.
Biggest guests.
You can say that I'm a bully.
And biggest show.
And for the most part, you would be right.
Mod Envy starts now.
You smoke crack, don't you?
I want to show him my toolbox.
Cock smoker.
Alright.
I don't look like I'm on the screen.
Yeah, no, I have to add you. Hold on. You're in the wrong aspect ratio again, by the way. You're supposed to turn HD off so that I get more.
You know, that could be my.
Because I need a 4x3 window to get everything to fit. You know what I mean?
All right.
But sometimes I just try to eyeball it. As you can see, I missed. Like, that's not a true 4x3, so your shape isn't the same as mine. You know. Basically, you have to.
I'm in original. It says right now I'm in original aspect ratio.
Yeah, then you got to turn off HD, and then it should go to a 4x3.
Enable HD is not enabled.
Try going to 16:9, and then go back to originals. It's buggy. Sometimes it may not work.
What about now?
Still 16:9, but you know, we can live with it. I've just had to learn to live that since we switched to Zoom, I can't have perfect windows like I used to in the VC days. I just have,
because I am definitely getting audio. I'm getting some video issues. My camera's kind of getting glitchy on the bottom. It kind of just gets kind of like.
It could be. I think the problem is resolution. You have the camera set to in the Logitech settings itself. If you can set that to be like a 4x3 ratio, like 640 by 480 or 800 by 600, you know, one of the 4x3s. And then use the original aspect. It should shape it the right way.
Let's see.
It just gives me something to trace. Otherwise, I have to eyeball it. You know, like I have to look at a 16:9 box and just eyeball where 4x3 is, which is very hard to do.
I have it set to image is standard. I don't know. This fucking thing is retarded. I bet you know what it is. I bet my system needs to be rebooted.
Might be.
Yeah. Do you want me to reboot?
No, fuck it. It's like I said. It only has to do with the aspects ratio. Like, you know, in other words, the shape of each box. I can't get them exactly the same shape. That's all it is.
Okay.
I just eyeball it. I look at the box and I try to eyeball where 4x3 is. And, you know.
Okay. I just want to throw it out there. Tonight's Nitro's not coming because he's got some personal business to deal with. Tiger is coming. She's just getting herself together. I do not know about Courtney.
No, probably not. Her back is on fire. We moved a bunch of shit. Nitro did say he might join later.
Oh, okay.
He posted that in Skype recently.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Well, anyway, we thought he wasn't coming on at all. So, all right, that's actually good news. Anyway, guys, what is going on? Welcome to Mod Envy. Now, did you see? Wow, I just totally flaked it.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try loading my other show file, the one that I made for just the two of us. The Geek Envy. Let's see, but this
Did
one.
I just totally flake? Did my camera just totally flake?
Let's try this one. Yeah, your camera just flaked out. Whoa, yeah, that's trippy as shit.
Yeah, let me reboot because this is not gonna work. All right,
just reboot. Yeah, this is my Geek Envy show file. I saved this off for when nobody shows up. Let me try kicking him and see what happens. Remove. Come on. Remove. Yes. It won't. Wow, okay. That's how you're gonna do me, huh? It won't even let me remove him. So now when he comes back, there's probably gonna be 2 Joes. Well, the song has changed. I forget what album it's on. Oh, there it goes. Now he finally dropped out. Charluch, I don't think... I like real VR. The only things that are real VR to me are the normal Oculus or the Vive. Anything else is more like the mobile type experience, which is like what I would call VR Lite. So that's just my personal preference. With that said, the normal Oculus system is like crazy cheap now. I still prefer the Vive, but considering the price difference, it's hard to justify spending the money for a Vive unless you're really going to be into VR. You're just going to have to work a little harder with dealing with USB extension cables and stuff for Oculus. But, you know, the headset itself is actually pretty good. It's more comfortable than the Vive, and arguably better optics. It's just the tracking. I tend to like the Vive tracking better. No, we'll have Nitro later and Tiger. I prefer the Vive because of the way the tracking works. Basically the tracking is, they have they're the opposite of each other as far as tracking. The way the Vive works is it's shooting beams all over the room, and then the Vive and the controllers have these little. Give me a second. Every one of these little divots is a receiver that picks up that signal. Yeah, hold on. Let me turn the music down a little bit. And then the Oculus is exact opposite. The Oculus, you have cameras all over the room that are USB. That's where it becomes a pain in the ass, because you have to run USB all over the place. And then the headset and the controllers are sending the signal, have infrared lights on, invisible lights on them, and the cameras look at it. So if you think of it, they're the opposite of each other. And I put them both through their paces for a solid week, and I could definitely tell you the tracking is just the Vive/Steam VR way of doing tracking is just much better than Oculus's way. But the cost difference, you can get an Oculus setup way cheaper, so it's kind of hard to justify spending the extra money for the Vive, you know? Like,
Okay.
Is it worth that much more? It's tough. You have to really be a VR head, probably. Alright, oh, look at that! Your window's the right shape this time.
Yeah, it probably was just needed a reboot.
Yep. Alright, let me see if I can get you in here.
My box is the right shape!
Yes.
Oh, right. Just need to do a BIOS update. I don't think so. Not right now.
Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, let's delete that and re-add it. So you'll see I'll be able to get the shape much closer to match mine.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, it's pretty close, and let's fine tune a little bit. Width. And move it over on the X. Why is that going the wrong way? That's interesting. Let's see, how's that look? I can move with that.
Yeah, it works good.
Yeah, let me save the changes, so in case anything happens. Yeah, no, that's when I talk about the shape, I'm talking about the aspect ratio of the video window that he sends me, so it fits the frame. If you notice, see, if he doesn't send me the right shape, it's either gonna overhang out the sides, or you're gonna have blank somewhere.
Right.
So you notice I have it fitting the frame perfectly. That's where my OCD kicks in.
All right, so while we're waiting for everybody to come on, did you see that deal that I put up with the $2.50 100 mil?
Yes, I did. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never seen juice sell so fast. You know what it is? I know. It's like, well, how good could it be? It's $2.50 for 100 mils.
Yeah, exactly.
like if the nick is straight, I don't care what it tastes like for $2.50.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's getting into. I'll put it to you this way: like a juice maker like me, who at this stage of the game is basically just mixing for himself. So it was really just almost like a sort of I'm at the DIY point in terms of the size of flavors I buy, the size of PG, VG, Nick and stuff. Your costs go higher to make a bottle of juice. So that's to make a 120. My cost is probably in that in that range. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Like that's You know,
what I'm thinking is basically the company's going out of business, who's ever making it, and they're just blowing up.
Yeah, it's like depending on now obviously if you buy flavoring in bulk and you buy cheap flavoring and you buy huge amounts of PG and VG, then it drops your cost down, and then you still make a little money. But at the levels I buy at, that's like a break even. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, E-Juice Connect hit me up, and they're like, "Hey, we got 100 mils for $2.50." I'm like, "Holy shit!" And I'm not lying. Like within an hour, like 400 bottles blew out.
You know, the reason I actually have an idea is I use eLiquid. Recipes.com, you know, the website, and they have a calculator function. Now it's a pain in the ass because you have to go in and tell it each of your flavors, your PG, your VG, your Nick, what you pay per whatever. But once you put all those numbers in, then whenever you mix something, it'll tell you what it costs to make. And so that's why I always have a loose idea. It's not exact, but it gives you a ballpark of, you know, it's relatively close to like what it probably is costing you. And that's in that area for sure, you know.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think you can make a bottle that cheap. 100 mils.
Well, it would really depend on you know, to get exact, it would depend on what percentage flavor and what flavors you're using, right? I mean, there's definitely some flavorings that are more expensive than others.
And you're probably going to have to, and you're probably using like 100 Nick base.
Yeah, like on the extreme end, right? Just to show you a high cost, like. If you're a DIYer and you're using like all flavor art, which tends to be a little pricier, or you know, maybe you're buying Capella. You know, Capella, depending on where you get it, sometimes you could pay as much as $20 for like a 120 of flavor, and you know, it could, you know, and then maybe you're using a high flavor percentage in a particular formula. You could easily blow over that number, probably. You know, again, more on the DIY level. If you're a big shop and you buy everything in big bulk, then you'd be okay. But that's one thing I've noticed. As you scale down on the size of the things you buy, your costs go up because it's like anything, right? When you buy less, they charge more. You know. So.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, the bottles are an expense too. A lot of people don't think about it. The empty bottles are not cheap. Some nice ones, there can be $1 a piece, you know, depending on what you're buying.
Right.
And also quantity, right? Like if you don't buy a lot of them, you could easily pay $1 a piece. I think I was paying back in the day, years ago. I was offering Blue Cobalt's glass bottles as like an option, and they were. I think I was paying $1 a piece for those. You know.
Yeah, there's something I still like. I still like Blue Cobalt bottles, but nobody. The only one who still does that, I think, is Halo.
Well, it is smart. I mean, I hate to say it, but if you're going to have glass, it seems silly to me to have clear. It's just, you need to protect it from light. Unless you are always going to have it, like, in a cabinet that's, like, in the dark. The second you pull it out, even for 10 minutes, you know, let the sun beat on it, it's no good, you know. So the blue cobalt or the brown ones, they're a lot better. because they protect the nicotine from the light, the sunlight. You know?
Right. So, what was I gonna say? So yeah, that deal was just incredible. There's a lot of good deals this week, of course, because it's the July 4th. It's coming up, so everybody's got a special deal running. But that one was exceptional. I don't think I've ever sold juice that cheap before. Well, I've sold juice cheaper than that, but a smaller size. When that guy blew out bottles of juice for $1, and we actually shut his brick and mortars down because he had to fill so many orders that he literally had to take like loans out and shit against his shop, and he couldn't pay them back, and he literally lost all his brick and mortars. It was like Shark Vape or some weird company. They had really cool labels too. He's like, yeah, I want to do a great deal. I'm like, you want to do a great deal? Do dollar juice. Just do it for a day. That was a bad move.
That was
like years ago. That was unheard of.
Are you talking about what were those guys? They were like real big for a while. Remember the ones? Tiny used to pimp them all the time.
Oh, you're thinking of? I know. No.
Remember those guys? And when they did that deal, it destroyed them. I think that basically led to them going out of business. That deal. Remember?
Yeah. Because people don't. Yeah, because people.
I think mine took 2 months. I was like the last one to get their little set.
People don't realize that a deal is a good thing, but a deal could destroy a business. Even if they can afford the situation, the stock isn't there, and what happens is they get a bad rap, and nobody buys from them, even if they have all the money. And like what happens is, like, for instance, let's just say I'm Vaporjoe's, the company that sells hardware. I want to be the first to market for this widget mod. Okay, so I do a blowout deal. I have a sample. It's awesome. China says it's going to be here in 2 weeks. I'm going to do a pre-order on it for 2 weeks, and I'm going to be 20% cheaper than everybody else. Okay, fantastic. You get all your orders in. They're waiting 2 weeks, and oh shit, there's a problem with the mod now. Now you've gone and spent all that money.
Yep.
On other stock.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're waiting for all this other stock to come in from China, and you're asked out. Even though you'll get it and they'll get their mod, your name is wrecked.
Why do you think I had my site before the whole FDA thing? I had my site up for maybe three and a half years. I was selling juice like with my site just up and out there, but I was mixing every bottle by hand. Custom mixing, letting anybody pick whatever PGVG they wanted, any nick level, including custom nick levels. So it was a slow time-consuming thing. And through all that time, you kept trying, like, many times. You were like, come on, let me just pimp your juice once. Like, let's do a deal. And I always told you no, because I knew you would absolutely destroy me. I'd be up there in my attic, like, 24/7, and I still wouldn't probably, because I know what you could do, like... So it's funny when you're friends with Vaporjoe and he's like, let me pimp your shit, and you have to tell him no. Because you're like, I know I won't have time to mix it all. I don't have any help. It's going to be all me. And I don't do large batches like most people do. So I was too scared.
Yeah, and it's not like it used to. Back in the day, there was, a mod, a tank, a pack of heads. A new juice flavors would come out from various people, but now the market's so flooded. You got to know exactly what to push and what not to, because some things are name only, meaning that they carry weight because of their name, not because they're actually quality. And then you have quality things that are overlooked. That people just, they come and they go, but they don't realize that 3-month window when that mod or whatever was out, it was amazing, and it's gonna be very hard to get them again. That's why when those e-powers come out, these guys, when Central Vapor puts out these guys for $29. I pimp it every time it comes out because by far, for the price, this is one of the best mods you can buy. 5,000 watt battery, 80 watts. It's just a fucking great little mod to have, and it's cheap. It's like 29 bucks. And every time it comes out, it sells out. Or like the crappy colors are left, like white. Yeah. You know? And that's what happens. There's just a small little window where a lot of these really great things come out. Or a really great thing will come out, and then they'll upgrade it real fast, and the upgrade sucks. People forget about the original one. Like, they did that with the RX. They blew out the RX too fast. The RX 200 was a great mod. Remember when they first came out? Everybody was ranting and raving about it. Now, there's like 14 different models of it, and nobody really gives a shit about it anymore. You know? That's why the Alien and the Predator are still popular. Because, and they came out years ago. You want to know why? Yeah. Because they never came out a successor with them, and they're still good mods, and they're still expensive.
I still think that some of the best fucking reliable mods were those early generation rectangular Sigelis. You know the ones I'm talking about? Those things were like bulletproof. At one point, we had like 4 going in the house constantly, like between Court and I, and they all still work. All these years later. That's like kind of impressive because a lot of mods aren't built to last like that.
Yeah, I still.
Yeah, they were just like the 100. Yeah, like Sigeli 100, the Sigeli 150. You know, like the original one was like the square one, and then it was the one that had that kind of curve with that little raised up angle, that little angle up to the 510. Like that whole, and then there was the Sigeli 100 Plus or whatever. Like those were all like really, for the time, those were great mods. You know, they're fucking really well built. You know. Yeah, see, a lot of people. I see people are still using theirs too. They're all. Most people in here still have theirs working.
Yeah, I remember the. What the hell were they? The. Oh damn it! There's a couple of them. It's eluding me.
They were, at that time, a lot of mods were really flaky. So those were. That's why those hold a special place in my heart, because it was like one of the first. Yeah, it was a Yeehee chip, so it had a really good board in it, and it just worked. And back then that was rare. A lot of other mods at that time, like IPVs, I'm sorry, but a lot of IPVs people had problems with, and whatever the other competing mods were at the time, would fail. And the Sigelis were just the ones that fucking never gave out.
Yeah, I remember when Yeehee first came out. Everybody was like, it's the Evolve Killer, you know? Yeah. And people don't realize that...
They make a great board. You know, my Sigeli, or no, not Sigeli, what the hell is it? I don't even know where it is, but that fucking mod I spent like $200 on. The, what is that mod, Joe? You had one that went in the washing machine. I can't even think of the name of it right now.
Oh, the...
SX Mini, that's it.
Yeah, the SX Mini.
It took me a second to remember it. But I had that SX Mini with the Yeehee. That board was amazing, especially for that time when it came out. It was so ahead of its time.
Yeah, so you guys don't. Well, some of you don't remember there was a lot of drama back in the day, and it was all the clones versus this and that. But people didn't realize that it was all a game they were playing. Yeah, it was Clone War bullshit. It was all a bullshit game. I remember Brandon from Evolve would complain about people knocking his shit off, but then go to China and meet with the guys over at Sigeli and meet with them over the thing, and he gave them the technology. That's why they were always stuck at 15 watts. And then as soon as Brandon decided to go over there and have a conversation with them, they jumped to 30, and then that's all they needed. And they learned how to go 40, 50, you know, and it went up. And nobody believed me. And I said, I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. And for those of you who didn't know, Brandon's from Evolve. Yeah, he's the maker of the Evolve chip. Now, don't get me wrong, the Evolve chip's a great chip. I haven't seen a new one in a while. I think I don't know if he's out of the game or whatever. He sold I don't know what's going on, but I haven't seen a new Evolve chip in a long time. I don't think they really need one. I mean, most people aren't vaping more than 200 watts anyway. All right. Anyway, so it is 11:45.
It's still geek envy.
Yeah. But I like talking about old-time stuff.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's
The golden age of vaping, it really was, you know? It's like, you actually had to have skills to get a good vape. Not like now.
And the people were cool. And there was a lot of drama. There was always drama, people fighting, and it was insane. Oh, speaking of drama, Nitro will remember the old days of vaping, the drama and the craziness.
Fuck Evolve. They'll actually fucking last.
Anyway, but the drama between vape shows and vaping networks and just vapors themselves and remember Google Hangouts and all, and people would fight to be in these Google Hangouts. It was fucking crazy. But it was fun. Back then you hated it, but now you miss it.
I kind of miss the fucking Google Hangout days, but I'm kind of so glad we don't have that shit no more.
Well, because that's all we did was spend time in Google Hangouts. That's all we did.
Yeah, I was a part of that. Joe, I remember being in Hangouts with you, like before we really knew. Actually, before we met in person, we were in a couple Hangouts together. You didn't know me, I didn't really know you, you know. But we just ended up in Hangouts just because that's what we did back in those days.
When we had at least like Joe would go into Reddit Hangouts to say hi. Yep, I'd walk in, I'd just find the link to the Reddit Hangouts and just go in there and go, hey guys, and they'd be like, fuck, how do you find the link?
Oh yeah, the Reddit wars. I remember those days.
Reddit wars were great. I love them wars.
They hated you.
Oh, they didn't just hate me, man. They fucking despised me. If they could have shot me, they would have at the time. They hated me.
Yeah, I remember that. It was pretty bad. Alright, let's see.
Well, that's what you get after somebody puts balls on your back.
Mm-hmm.
At that vape show. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
So many people we knew too that are just not fucking around anymore.
Yeah, it's really changed a lot. It's crazy, and it's all in the span of 5 years because my 5-year anniversary is coming up. Actually, it's a month from today, I think.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Sorry, I'm eating dinner.
And you know, it's weird. In some ways, it feels like it went fast, but in other ways, it feels like it's been longer than 5 years. So it's kind of strange. Because I did, you know, from a vaping standpoint, I did a lot in that period of time. You know.
Yeah. Those were the good old days.
All right, sorry about that. The cub isn't feeling very well, and we're just going home.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got the cough. He's got the coughs.
Yeah, those were the good old days. I wish they would come back, and then I'm kind of fucking glad they're gone at the same time.
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, it's like anything. I kind of feel the same way about the rest of the world. Like, in other words, the geek side of me loves the technology. Like, I love technology. I've always been a technology whore. But there's another side of me. Court and I were just talking about this last night. But there's another side of me that hates it.
The frosting side of me says,
no,
you're not the kid in me.
the human non-geeky, techie guy in me hates it because it's really changed our society, I think, for the bad. Because, you know, 20 years ago, we would interact with each other more in person. You know, like if there was going to be communication with another human being, you either did it in person or you did it on the phone with a voice.
Yeah, Smokey said, when was the last time you met somebody at a coffee shop for a first date? You know,
know what I mean? Now everything is just this, you know.
No, don't fucking remind me.
Even in elevators, you know, when you would ride in the elevator, there'd be like fucking small talk, you know, and now it's just this is everybody in the elevator now. You know, it's kind of changed our society, I think, for the bad. So I'm torn, right? Because one side of me loves the tech, but the other side of me hates what the tech has done.
I like computers way back in the day. Like when I first started using computers, are a lot like vaping. Computers used to be a little club of people that knew what they were. That was a small little group of people that would talk on BBSs. We understood like 300 baud modems. You know. Some people still use the little thing of the coupler. I mean, it was that the fun days of computers. then, of course, society turns computers into a toaster. And now everybody has a fucking computer.
Well, if you think about it, so the thing I just said about all of the world, you know, and technology, if you scale it down to our world, the same thing applies, right? So 5 years ago, the tech as far as vaping wasn't really there. So what did that do? That forced us to interact with each other. That's why we had the Hangouts. That's why we would have 1,000 people watching the show instead of 90. And, you know, we were interacting a lot more with each other as vapors because it was a skill. It was more of an elite club. It was a smaller club of people that did it, and we just naturally wanted to kind of be around each other for a lot of reasons, for knowledge sharing, but also to sort of hold each other up and keep us on the vaping path, because vaping was hard, right? So we had to kind of stay friendly with each other, so we wouldn't just say, you know, when your mod fucked up, which it would happen a lot, we wouldn't just say fuck this and run to 7-Eleven and buy smokes. Right, so that was part of it too, I think, is that we were hanging out with each other to keep ourselves all on the right path of staying vapors and not quitting and going back to smoking, because vaping was hard. Yeah, it wasn't easy, and now it's easy. So, like, it's the same thing. You know, the tech is great when you look at it, but on the it kind of had a negative effect too, socially. So
yeah, if you go back way back, if you have the time, go back and look at Smokey's first review. It's actually not a review. He makes his own. He literally invented the first portable, like Ma, like not just a regular 18650. In fact, I don't even think they had 18650 batteries. They were all egos and shit. He invented like a way to carry this fucking, like, it was one of the early like chargers for cell phones. And he used it was made by Energizer, and he hooked it to his belt. And he had this wire going to this fucking mod I've never seen before. And he was like, I can vape with this all day, you know. And he's like just vaping away on a little Cardo. You know, he was in his he used to drive a dump truck before he was at FedEx, and he was a bigger guy. And he kind of looked like, you know, he'd always wear like the half cut, like flannel shirts, and he'd be like, yo, Smokey. Well, that's when Smokey was Smokey, you know, like, Smokey, how you doing? You know,
how you doing? Forget about it.
You know, and his liquid reviews were important. You know what I mean? Because there was only, you know, 20 or 30 of them at the time made by Americans. You know, most of it was all Hang Sang and Decang and Earl's juice from China. You know, so back then it was just a lot of fun. And by the way, you know, it's how I met my wife. So probably if it wasn't for vaping, I wouldn't be married. God, it's still weird. It's still weird to say. It's been going on 3 years now, and it's still weird to say. Could you guys believe me and Tiger are going to be married almost 3 years?
And I was there.
Yep. Good times.
So I remember that. I remember being, you know, that dinner, the reception type thing that we did, and everything like it was yesterday. I still remember conversations with Smokey. I remember the drinks that Smokey ordered. He had those awesome martinis. What kind of martinis were those? Do you remember? They looked so good. Like rum chata or something martinis, or horchata, I guess they called them, like horchata martinis. Yeah. They looked really good.
Something. It was really different, but
John Q's 3 years and 100 pounds ago. Literally. Literally. Anyway, so
actually more.
Yeah, technically. Yeah.
So we're sitting here reminiscing. Do we need to pour one out for the homies?
I put on my first pair of 38 waist pants, and I know that sounds big to a lot of you guys, but I used to take a size 54.
Wow, that's impressive.
38's actually kind of small, just being honest. And
you know, but there's a picture of me on my profile. If you guys want to see a scary ass picture of me, there on my Facebook That is literally my passport picture. It is fucking creepy compared to what I look like now. I literally look like somebody took like one of those pumps and just stuck it in my neck. And so,
Pretty much. I didn't see that you posted that picture.
yeah, I did. She's like, "You posted that thing?"
Whatever. Look at you now.
Anyway, so enough about reminiscing and us and all the other
Joe,
guys.
the easiest way to describe Joe's weight loss is he lost me.
I lost the scope.
He lost scope. Take me and staple me onto Joe's back, and that's what he used to be.
Yeah, well, the good thing is I don't spend $70 on a pair of jeans anymore.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now it's, I could go get a pair of Levi's for $15. That's cool. The only problem now is I wear an extra large shirt, and it's either small or huge. There's no, this extra large seems to be the most popular shirt, so I can't find clothes in my size now. It's being a big pain in the ass.
Let's see if we can get that working. I'm sorry if I'm quiet. I'm trying to fix my whole show file got screwed up. I think Zoom or something updated, so it wasn't finding the windows. So
Wranglers. Oh, I remember those as kids. Wranglers.
Arizona. Dude, I went into Toys R Us the other day. That was fucking creepy as fuck.
It must have been like it must have been looked like zombies.
It felt like I was Black Friday shopping. There were people in there fighting over stuff. And when I say fighting over shit, there were like 5 toys left. They're fighting over the opportunity to buy the shelves for like $1.99. I'm like, the fuck?
Really?
It felt like the most ghetto thing ever.
Well, no, because think about it. If you own a shop, a lot of people come in and they buy up all the grates and stuff because it's cheap. Shit's expensive, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture of the giraffe with the suitcase and the empty shelves? It's like so sad. And he's like making this face. He's carrying the suitcase out of the store. It's like, that's weird because that's been around my entire life. So I'm 50. So it's just weird that something that existed for your entire life is suddenly just done. That's sad.
Yeah, it truly is. But at the same time, it's a changing world, and everybody's like, well, it's all about Amazon. It's not fucking Amazon. You don't buy the same shit at Toys R Us that you buy on Amazon. What it is all these fucking big box stores like your Walmarts and your Targets. Well, why the fuck are you going to go to Toys R Us, a specialty store, when you go to Walmart, get the fucking toy you need for the damn kid's birthday party, an oil change, a fucking box of condoms so you don't have any more fucking kids, a tub of whipped cream so you can have fun while they're outside playing,
and a Dr. Pepper,
a new shotgun, a big TV, 4 sets of clothing, grandma's hernia cream, and check it out at the same fucking register.
Grandma's hernia cream. What the?
I'm just saying. But yeah, it was kind of sad. But yeah, so I mean, if we're pouring out all the drinks about the shit we missed, we might as well go ahead and restock with the fucking 12-pack.
Oh, you must be talking about Brew City Vapor.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say now. I don't know. Now, guys, I don't know. Some of these guys have 4th of July sales going on right now. The only coupons we have currently are the ones that they give us for the show, but there could be a better one. Probably not, though, because Brew City has a pretty damn good coupon for us. I believe it's 25% off? Yeah, use coupon code ModEnvy25. Again, coupon code ModEnvy25 gets you 25% off your total order over at PremierLiquids.com. Now, Premier Liquids doesn't just do Brew City. They also have a bunch of other different companies. And it looks like now they are doing Nick Salts. Everybody's jumping on the Nick Salt wagon. Looks like
for the mod that shall not be named.
Well, that's more than that. There's a lot of mods that take Nick Salts. Actually, you're supposed to be able to use Nick Salts in any mod now. Apparently, according to Eva, she said you could use it in any of them. I still trying to figure out how I'm going to vape 50 milligram and be okay with it.
Speaking of which, Joe, Court went to that. You know how Court was at that thing last week, and of course it's like camping, so there's like no power. So I guess at some point she got desperate because all of her batteries died and like she couldn't plug into the charger anywhere. So she bought one of these things. And these are made by Big Tobacco. I don't want to say the name in case I'll get in troubles, but it starts with a V. I don't know if they're one of the no mention companies or not, but you know,
if they were green, they would die.
If it rhymes with the band Muse. All right. But what blew me away is that nowhere on the boxes, because she got a couple refills, does it have a nick strength. And that blew me away. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how is that even legal? But of course, you know, they're behind Big Tobacco company, right? No nick strength anywhere. I had to Google it, and all the results I found said it's 48. And wow. I'm wondering if it's...
Did you try it?
Yeah, it's.
Does it taste like it's 48?
Well, yeah, you feel it. You know, you hit it, like if you do a real big one, you're like, whoa. You can feel that it's 48, you know.
Does it give you nicks like the nick sweats or?
Yeah, it'll make you a little jittery. I think the first time I hit it, I did a really big one, and I was like, whoa, you know. It's pretty strong, but from a satisfaction standpoint, like I would say the $1 if they, I don't know if they're still doing it, but the $1
what you can actually Halo's actually selling them for $1 too now.
Yeah, so these.
I guess I got something going on.
This thing destroys it as far as I'm concerned, and this is not a part of Big Tobacco. You know, this is such a better, you know, the flavor's better, vapor production's better, and you know you can get these for $1 unless that changed. I don't know, but
no, like I said, Halo's doing their dollar deal.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if Halo's doing. Halo probably is doing a dollar deal, and they're probably selling the pods with you know their nick in it. Yeah,
but anyway, sorry, I totally. Oh, are they, Bill? I didn't know that they were owned by them as well. But not surprised.
Yes, I'm doing my mail stuff.
All right, let's do this. So one lucky winner is going to win a 12-pack from Bruce City Liquid. TygerTyger, please take us away.
All right, let me roll it. And
I definitely recommend the King
Tony
Custard.
M.
Tony M.
Tony N, congratulations to you. We need you to email sales@brewcityjuice.com. That's sales@brewcityjuice.com. Let them know that you won the 12-pack of Brew City and No Name on Mod Envy, and include your screen name, your real name, your address information, and include your preferred nick level as well. Congratulations, and they will get back to you with instructions on how to remit your $1 to claim your prize. Congratulations, Tony N.
As Nitro opens up his mail.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, hey. A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Well, my contract at work got balled out, so I went from being a contractor to full-time, so I got like 48 pieces of mail today.
Oh.
So I'm seeing what I actually need. But yeah, so that's a good thing. I've had a lot of bad shit go on, but that's actually good.
Good stuff.
Tiger, I got some question marks in the thing for you to clarify.
All right. Well, while he's
okay, I will look into it.
While she's clarifying question marks, I'm going to bring up again. No, they're not a sponsor, but they're still great. Head over to vapenewsmagazine.com. Again, vapenewsmagazine.com. Get yourself a free subscription. Every vapor should have it. It's a great magazine. Up in the right-hand corner, it's going to say subscribe for free. You just click it, and all you do is fill out a questionnaire, maybe 6 questions, and you get your subscription. And I know this is the truth because they were already sending me a subscription. But I just want to see if it works. So now I get 2. So it does work, and it's pretty timely. So there's somebody just said they just got their first one. So there you go. People are saying they got theirs. So anyway, great magazine. John Connolly's Greg Connolly's on the cover this month.
They've moved away from like the overly sexy girls on the front cover, unfortunately.
Well, there is a huge difference between Greg Connolly and sexy women. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, there is a good picture of him too. He looks like he's ready to fuck someone up.
Yeah, he has that like.
Yeah, I gotta go to war face, which is exactly what the poor guy's doing all the time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I've met him quite a few times. He's
from Jersey.
He's a Jersey boy.
He's a Jersey boy.
See, Tiger, every guy who comes from Jersey just has that bad look about them. Like, we're just doing something wrong.
Bad look? No, that's not a bad look at all. That's mischief. That is...
We always look like there's something going on behind the scenes. Like, what? There's nothing fun. I love you. What's going on? There's nothing going on. Even Scope, as the nice smile and nice guy that he is, he always has that 1 or 2% chance there's something else going on in the background.
That little spark of mischief.
I didn't pick the 666 for nothing. I do have a little evil side.
Oh, there's a question in chat I've been dying to answer. Thank you, Ms. Trixie, for your question, because that lets me say something I've been dying to say. She wants to know what the bling on my hat is.
It's Canada Day.
It says Can. That's right. Nitro's all over it. Sunday is Canada Day. I know you guys are all getting geared up for Wednesday and Independence Day and all that. But around here, we're going to have 2 celebrations. Sunday, we'll be celebrating Canada Day. It's Canada's 151st birthday. So, yay! Oh, Canada! And, of
what do you
course,
do for
Independence
Canada Day?
They eat poutine.
I was going to say, is it like just
Stop.
poutine, the Lamlot blue beer?
I think Canada stole that from Jersey. Someone from Canada went to a Jersey diner and got disco fries and went back up to Canada and gave it a different name. That's what I think.
No, quite the opposite. That's been a big deal, Montreal and west of there for a long, long time.
I know.
And the truth is, my mom actually got together a great big box of Canadiana and sent it all down here. So that's where my hat came from. She sent hats for all 3 of us and T-shirts and bling and a flag for my son to wave and everything. There's all kinds of stuff. She did a beautiful quilted piece to be a table runner for me with our coat of arms and flags and all kinds of stuff on it. It's beautiful.
Did she send you a coupon for bags of milk like she sent to me?
No, but that's hilarious. I keep forgetting to tell her that. I'll have to find out if she even knew that was in the box. That's hilarious. And so we will be having what is somewhat traditional. They do pancake breakfast, so we'll have pancake breakfast. And she sent some very, very Canadian baking. So we'll sample some of that.
The authentic
Canadian bacon's not bacon.
No, not bacon. Baking. She makes butter tarts and all kinds of
syrup. That's right.
Goodies.
Authentic Canadian syrup.
Yes, maple syrup for the pancakes and lollipops made of maple syrup.
Yeah, see, I never looked. I know you have the maple leaf, but everything in America that's maple comes from Vermont.
Well, the East Coast, our East Coast isn't that far from your East Coast. There's just an imaginary line really separating
what I'm saying
it. So
is that when you think of Canada, even though their flag is the maple leaf, I don't think of maple syrup. I think of maple syrup. I think of Vermont.
Oh,
no, I think
you're doing it wrong.
You're not picturing some guy with that fucked up like North Dakota hat on in his underwear at a tree with a sap tap. That's when you think of it like that, it's Canada. No offense, Tiger. I'm just saying.
Don't forget the moose in the background. Oh,
true.
That's great.
Saptap.com.
That's what you're called.
Right. It's a little thing that sits in a tree and it a little drip by drip by drip by drip.
It is the most redneck thing ever. Somebody's like, hey Bubba, why don't we go ahead and just take this little thing and bend it, and then like make one end kind of sharp and stick it into a tree and see what the fuck happens. Then they go drink like a 24 case of beer, pass the fuck out, and they're like, hey, we got this shit somehow. How'd this work? I don't know. I was too drunk to remember. That's what happens in Canada. I don't hate on Canadians. I love my Canadians, but that's what the fuck they do.
Is this true, Tiger?
Well, I'm from out west. I'm from out west, so you know, maple syrup collection is not really mine.
Hard. Oh, tree teats.
That's it. I'm broken.
All right. Anyway, the segue from tree teats to go.
Well, I mean, is John like rubbing up on these teeth to get off? Does he get us to show us his O face? And if it's covered in maple syrup, would it be some golden ale?
Oh, golden ale!
There you go. Transition from tree teeth.
You asked for it, you got it.
Well, if you rub, no, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, so I was just gonna say there's another type of golden ale. Anyway, so
what?
He'll tell you later, Tiger. Hopefully, he won't show you. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, where were we?
Tree teeth.
No. e-cig outpost. That's it.
Yeah.
I just want to go over there and see what's going on.
We're very sorry, Tony Monty.
Blame Joe. It's his fault.
Blame
Squirrel
Joe.
out.
The rest of us do.
Squirrel.
All right, so
treeteats.com.
I was this close to typing that. All right, so let's check it out. What does he got going on? All right, anything new and exciting? Yes, he's got Dunkaroos. Looks like there's a new flavor. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Dunkaroos.
You're bad. I've transitioned from that before. He doesn't have anything new since last week.
Oh, okay. All right, you did. Okay, I didn't know you did the Dunkaroos. Well, anyway, those are interesting. How does one make a Dunkaroo juice? I guess it's graham and cream. I'm assuming, or something like that. Probably very good. If he makes it, it's going to be good. It's going to taste just like Dunkaroos. Because everything he makes seems to just taste exactly like it looks in the picture. It's really weird. Except Nerdy Rope, I wouldn't try because I don't like sweet vapes like that. That would be like rot your teeth vape.
Well, it's sugar. What do you want?
No. I know. I don't know. Is it me, or do you find incredibly sweet vapes very hard to vape because they just seem to overpower?
Now I might actually try one of Tony Monty's because I understand he knows how to make juice, but overly sweet vapes and atomizers generally don't go together for me because they normally have a shit ton of sweetener in it, and with the temperatures I vape at, sweetener caramelizes.
Oh, true. Oh, they have one in here called Sour Puss. That can go a couple ways.
I'm not gonna eat out.
Yeah, crickets.
I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, so tonight he's giving away 2 people 50% off coupons.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there is a 25% off coupon code. Hold on, let me get back to the. Okay, yes, TY25. Again, TY25 will get you 25% off. And 2 lucky winners is going to get a coupon code good for 50% off your total order at the e-cig outpost. Or
definitely worth it.
Just e-cig outpost, rather.
All right, we have our first winner.
Axel Beam.
And oh my gosh. Okay, well they're saying rigged, but now I kind of wonder.
Let's go. All right, so
it's bound to happen eventually.
I will, let someone else.
All right, we'll re-roll.
I'm still trying to get down through everything I got here.
Oh wait, Axel is saying 3 winners. Okay, you know what? If he says it, it's true because he knows what's going on.
Yeah, he knows the sheep better than us, unfortunately.
Actually, at this point, I think yes. Okay, so he is correct. So let's roll number 2 again. There we go. So
John Q. Public.
We've got Axel Beam and John Q. Public and
Damn wow.
Hashtag FUJQ.
all right, congratulations once more. That's Axel Beam, John Q. Public, and Damn Wow. Congratulations, each of you. We need you to email winners@modnv.net. That's winners@modnv.net. Let us know that you won the 50% off coupon at e-cig Outpost. That's half off whatever you choose online. Include your screen name, your real name, and your address information. And we'll get you fixed up with that coupon code. And congratulations once more to you. The rest of you, of course, can visit them at e-cigoutpost.com.
Did you see his picture for Pirate's Booty? Damn. It is not. It is not. That is like rated R.
Now I gotta go look.
It's under regular Max BG liquids.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the picture, but somebody started heavy breathing in their mics, so I can only imagine.
Wasn't me.
I think it was Joe.
No, it was not. Anyway, so Nitro, segue from Pirate's Booty.
That would require me looking at the sheet.
Oh.
I mean, really, Pirate's Booty, like, I don't want to be hitting it from behind and just hear R, R, R. You know, I much rather, instead of going back to the past, I much rather go further forward in the future. And you have a sexy slave Leia, or something you would see maybe on some kind of starship, maybe something like a battle starship. She could have a nice blue and bronze uniform. She'd have some weird name like fucking Smoant.
Miss Hub?
Yeah.
All right.
You made me work for it, Joe.
Oh, well, because I'm waiting to see what mod, because they're the only one that does the. All right, they're doing the.
The Smoant Battlestar TC 200 mod is one I was actually looking at before I wound up with this thing. So, and it doesn't hit the fuck. So, it's actually a pretty good mod. Miss Hub generally has really, really great prices, and they're a really good one-stop shop there. So, definitely worth checking out. If you go over there, they have all kinds of really cool stuff. Joe's going to take you into the sales section because he likes to go into the clearance section. But while he does that, I'll be pointing out some of the cooler things you can find over at Miss Hub.
Well, actually, there's one cool thing I noticed. You remember everybody's talking about that Geek Vape? The original Geek Vape?
The Aegis?
Yeah. Well, now there's a new one, the Legend.
Yeah.
It's a double. It's a big boy.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
That thing's got to be wide as fuck, because the original one was pretty big. Actually, no, because this is 1860.
Well, yeah, because the other one's 26,650. This is dual 18s instead of 26, a single 26.
I don't know. I think I like this one better though. I like it's square.
I've heard good things. These guys seem to be making really good stuff these days. Every year there's like one company that's like the hot company, and then like you say, after the Chinese holiday, all bets are off.
Yep.
For this year, they seem to be the ones kicking some ass.
Okay, now while Nitro looks at the finer things, let's see what's in the deal section. So
I'm just gonna let you go. I've got some finer things picked out. Like, I'm trying to subtly drop hints to scope, because 2012 called and they want their fucking mod back. So have you seen an old mod that's up there that actually looks pretty sharp and a little more manly than a fucking Rio?
Are you talking about their Squonker? Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Wismec Lextonic.
I haven't looked at that. Let me see.
For those of you out there, I know not everybody likes them, but I do. I still like 5-Pawns. They got 5-Pawn 60 ml bottles for $16. I know that's a little expensive these days, but for 5-Pawns, that's cheap. 5-Pawns usually is about $30 for 60 mils in that area. So 16 and change for a 60 ml bottle, especially of like Grandmaster, is one of my favorite liquids. The other one, was it Bowman's? Is it Bowman's Mate?
Bowden's Mate.
Bowden's Mate. Yep, that and.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're coming out with all these new, new different flavors and different lines. 5-Pawns, got black bottles and white bottles and all kinds of weird shit.
Okay, so in the bottom feed world, because let's face it, I don't fucking understand bottom feeds. I'm just gonna be honest there. I don't fucking understand bottom feeds. That shit's crazy. The fuck is this thing? Because I can't quite figure it out. But I think I have a use for it.
What?
So that's unregulated.
No. The one I just put in.
Oh, and I'm talking about the Squonker you mentioned. It's unregulated.
Unregulated, yeah. What's the thing I just put in there?
It's a liquid dispenser. So like remember the vapor? Remember that? I think they used to call it the vapor flask, not the flask. They used to. It was out for a short period of time.
Yeah, I know. I remember the thing you're talking about, Joe. It's just a thing for carrying. Didn't Innikin make that, Joe? For carrying around your e-liquid.
Talking about now.
Yeah, it was an Innikin thing.
Yeah, it's basically a very cool way of carrying your very expensive juice, you know. Mm-hmm. I guess this dispenses juice easier. I don't know how it's going to with that. Oh, I see. It comes with different tips.
Okay. It's nowhere near as cool as I thought it was then, because I was thinking it was like 18650 size.
I don't know.
Well, you can kind of judge based on the shape of that tip that it's probably not all that big. But yeah, it's interesting.
I didn't know. Like I was thinking it was like ego size, but I was wrong. So it's not as cool as it was.
Well, yeah, but yeah, for $20, it's kind of expensive. But for those of you out there who have to have, you know, a very posh way of holding your e-liquid, you know, this would be a way to do it. Some people just need the biggest and the best.
Well, I mean, if you want to show off, there's better ways to do it than that. Like, have you seen the ass vapes? I wish I was making that up. The ass vapes, Michael?
No. Ass vapes, Michael? No, I would definitely remember that.
Drawing a blank.
I wish I could make this shit up.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the like kind of Ed Hardy side. Like,
yeah, it looks fucking up. Look at the name of it. Tell me that's not ass vapes.
Well, it's it's as vapes, but yeah, I could say we could call it ass vapes. We can definitely pull that one off on that one. Yeah, it has that Ed Hardy look to it. I think it's kind of cool. I just wonder how it's built.
I don't know how it's built, but it definitely grabbed my attention. They got two different styles. I definitely like the Devil's Night more than The Walking Dead personally. I wish it didn't have the fucking gold accents, but if you're going to get that kind of mod, I can understand wanting the gold accents. I wish it came in more options than just gold.
Okay.
I was about to say that Night's Winners.
All right, so Brett pointed something out to me about this flask thing. That's kind of cool. So let's see, I have my Squonker here. As an alternative to, on a Rio, it'd be hard to make the argument, but instead of having to pull my door down, take my bottle out, and unscrew it, what you could do is unscrew the Addy. You screw the top of this little fill bottle, it will thread into the 510, and then you can squeeze it in. And she, I know you guys said it in chat. I'm just saying it so that it comes out audibly. So that's, I guess, the point of that's why it has that tip, so that you literally just screw it. It would screw on, like the bottle would be here, and it would just make a perfect seal, and then you could fill the bottle, your squonker, without having to do it the other way.
And
the way I do it.
Have we figured out how voice-controlled vaping actually works yet?
No.
Yeah, I'm a little behind, guys. Sorry.
Have you?
No, but there's a voice control thing.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it last week a little bit, but now that I think about it, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world.
Well, there's apparently a product review and unboxing from Miss Tub on YouTube. And I can't listen to it with sound on, but it looks hilarious. So if you have a chance, this page, homeboy's at like 65 watts, holding his mod to his ear, talking to it like a cell phone, changing colors, and then they show you the batteries.
Listen, I feel geeky enough, like, doing shit like this. Alexa, office off.
Well, I mean...
Like, I feel like an asshole doing that.
I can't hear it, but basically he does this. Hello, computer, I would like more vape.
Hello, computer. Only a few people understand what that is. Hello, computer.
Hello,
wait,
computer.
No, you gotta do it right.
I am not one of them.
You gotta do it like this. Hold on, wait. Hello, computer. Where's that from? Anybody?
Bueller?
I know.
It's when Scotty's trying to talk to the Macintosh. They go back in time. I believe it's an undiscovered country. He's trying to talk to the computer to make it, because they're so used to talking to their computers that he picks up the mouse and he's like, "Hello, computer." Anyway.
You had to be there.
I feel like a dick. All right, go on.
And yeah, the mod looks awesome.
Oh, okay, Voyage Home, my bad.
I don't know my Star Trek numbers. I'm a
Trekker. I'm a Star Wars person. I'm a walking conundrum.
Speaking of which, Joe, have you checked out the new? I don't even know if they're out yet, but the Netflix is like rebooted Star Trek that's set like 20 years before the Enterprise. Have you?
No, isn't that? Wait, no,
is that out? I don't even know if that's out yet, but I know that's coming.
I thought Discovery was CBS, and that's not before. That's after.
No, there's another one that's a Netflix thing that is, because I was reading about it, it's like supposedly set like 20 years before the Enterprise is built.
Oh,
so,
Christ. So what are they... Before the Enterprise, what are they doing?
I think that's got the...
They're riding around on Saturn V.
It's got I think one of the stars is the one of the more important cast members of Walking Dead.
Oh, I'm not a fan of backwards Star Trek because
prequels.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. Show me future shit. Like Discovery's kind of cool because there's. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but Discovery's a pretty cool.
I still think the best one, including the originals, is Next Generation. Like, and it wasn't every single episode, but there are some Next Generation episodes that are just unbelievably good. Like that, the two-parter with the lights. You know, there's 3 lights, there's 2 lights. Remember that one?
Yeah. Let's reel this back in.
That was like legendary.
Yeah. Reel this back in.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this. One lucky winner.
I actually have another quick question. I want to point this out because it's a low price point, and I am confused as fuck by it. So I know y'all like the pod systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between this and a pod system? Other than you can put real e-juice in it.
Looks like the one actually almost looks like the Aspire Breeze.
That's the Vaporjoe Nexus all-in-one starter kit.
Oh, cool.
Is $21.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
And it doesn't look like a butt plug. Or that you're sucking on a credit card. It actually looks kind of okay.
Yeah, I wonder how this one is. There's so many pod systems coming out now, it's ridiculous.
John Q says he calls his Johnson Deep Space Nine. That's pretty good. Bravo. That's really good.
Alright, let's do this before we get back on the fucking Star Trek. One lucky winner tonight is going to win a Smoant Battlestar in bronze and blue.
Alright, Tiger.
All right, let's roll it.
Bang Bang has won the giveaway.
Bang Bang.
Congratulations, Bang Bang. We need you to email social@misthub.com. That's social@misthub.com. Let them know that you won the bronze and blue Smoan Battlestar on Mod Envy and include your screen name, your real name, your address information. And they need one more special thing from you, Bang Bang. Please include a copy of your photo ID to claim your prize. Congratulations. And of course, the rest of you can visit them over at misthub.com.
Bang, bang.
So, on the Star Trek note, I got a quick question.
Yes.
So, Kirk, like, basically fucked all kinds of alien chicks.
Yes.
Oh yes, he got around.
Picard didn't, but he became part of the Borg. Dude, and most alien races, they want to procreate.
Procreate.
Thank you.
The Borg shit was awesome. That storyline was so fucking cool. At the
come
time.
on. But they want to mate so that they can have a bigger population. But the Borg assimilates.
Yes.
So does the Borg mate too? Like when there's nothing to go around and Borg about, are they just having like a fuckathon?
There's nothing to Borg about, you know. Just walk around going Borg. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure if you ask, go to a Trek convention and be like, Borg fuck. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, if you were a chick and you were green, Kirk was on your shit. He would tap that ass.
I'll tell you this much though, the Borg queens are hot.
He like green, purple, he was all about the whole rainbow.
So you're trying to say he liked to fuck a lot?
Oh yeah.
Oh, here it comes. I knew you were.
He was fucking hitting everything that moved.
Like they were a $20 hooker?
Yeah.
So it must be
transition.
I was gonna say it must be fucking Vapor giving away a $20 gift certificate.
Ew! And look at that! And look what comes up. Shake that ass. I'm just talking about Kirk with the green asses.
Yeah, they're not apologetic about their
advertising.
Yeah, I was gonna do this deal, and I'm like, I can't, because what's gonna happen is Google's gonna think, because I still use Blogspot, they're gonna think I'm like doing a porn site.
It's sad, but if you want males to look at an advertisement, that's an effective method. The guy's
so
gonna look at why is the ass there first, and then his eyes might drift over and look and say, "Oh, look at that! I could get a grill or whatever else is on there."
Go on.
I do want to point this out. They have a $10 and under selection, a $15 and under selection, and a $20 and under selection.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up a few flavors that are blowing my mind that are under $10. That's the Kylo line of liquid. For those of you out there who have not tried Kylo, I did send a viewer. One of the viewers won some juice from me, and I did. He requested coffees, and I sent him Kylo's coffee milk. I'd love to know his opinion if he's watching the show. But it's one of my favorite flavors. It's like a 50-50 mixture of sweet coffee and milk. It is so fucking good. Kylo makes such great flavors, and for like $10 for, I think these are 60 ml bottles. It's fucking cheap, and they have different lines. They have the Moo line, which is like the heavy cream side. Then they have the black label, like the black series. Like they have something called honey cream, which is really good. Then they have the white series, which is which, by the way, their bottles are gorgeous. That's more like bakery stuff, and it's just so worth. I know we're talking about fucking, but we're fucking selling them. So,
well, talking about other stuff that fucking selling, I'm actually probably going to finally break down and fucking get this shit. because I'm almost out of my good custard, and not my all day, every day DIY, just make it work. So rather than mix myself up a special batch, everybody's had been asking me about killer custard for a long time. So I'm probably actually going to break down and get a bottle. Fucking Vapor does have killer custard. They also have the killer custard strawberry as well as the killer custard lemon. Now I'm probably not going to go with the lemon in a big bottle, but I will probably bust out and get the $30 of killer custard by Vape from fucking Vapor.
They also have, don't forget to go over and check out their bundle section. The bundle sections are always so good because they just like bundle things together. Here's a classic example. The Vapefly 48 8-in-1 coil set. They're basically, all these coil sets are basically Demon coils. They're all the same thing. They just slap a new sticker on them. But they're really good for people out there who either rebuild and are lazy, people who want to start rebuilding, or people who are avid builders, but they want to cut their coils down to size or whatever. With a 120 ml bottle of juice, it's only $14.87. Now I was selling these just the coil sets for $5. Okay, and they were selling like crazy. So you're paying $9.99 for 100 mils of juice. So it's a great deal. Then of course they have the tank deals. They have the mod deals. Anything I can always get. If I want a tank or if I want a specific type of mod, I will always go to Fuggin first, because Fuggin usually will have, like, say, the tank and a bottle of juice for like $2 more than if you were just to buy the tank somewhere else. So you're getting an extra 120 mils of juice for $2. You know what I mean? And then, also they have really cool little bundles for people out there who want to start vaping or give away a kit to a friend to have them start vaping. And you can easily do it for $24. They have 2 kits right now. They have an E-Leaf Just One and the Inokin T18 kit. $24 and $34. You get the mod and a bottle of juice and the tank and everything with it. And basically they'll start vaping for under $50, under $40 actually. So it's a really good deal.
Have we talked about the Wesley Snipes mod yet? By the way,
no. Are they selling it?
Yeah.
Is it called the Wesley Snipes mod?
Kind of.
Okay. Explain.
There's a link. I mean, it's all black.
Well, that doesn't help. Okay, but that doesn't make it.
And it's the blade.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so this mod actually is kind of interesting to me. So it apparently supposedly goes up to 235. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But Geek Vape generally makes pretty decent shit. But what I like is if you're a normal person, you can get that matte black, which looks pretty okay.
Yeah, the other colors are terrible.
If you're Tutti Frutti, you can get the crystal sand changing motherfucking color of the rainbow bullshit. And then if you're tripping balls, you can get Starry Night. So you can represent the type of vapor you are all in one mod,
I'd go with the black. Tripping balls.
I'm just saying, if you're like, hey man, all about that 420 life, you got Starry Night. If you're all into the Pride stuff, you got Crystal Sands. And then if you don't, you got Matte Black.
Yeah,
I'm not judging against any of those groups. I'm just saying they got the 3 major groups of vapors all fucking covered in one fucking mod.
Black one's for the beard necks.
Yeah.
Beard necks. Or neck beards.
Oh, man.
All right, so anyway, and also don't forget to go over to their deal section. Of course, July 4th, they got all kinds of crazy stuff going on, like I explained to you with the Kylo, and it's not just that brand. They have tons of other 60 mils for $10, and their own brands for $10. So get over there, check them out. Tonight, one person is going to win $20. Oh, sorry, 2 people are going to win $20.
All right, let's roll.
Queen OM.
And
Heat Seeker.
congratulations, winners. We've got Queen OM or OM and Heat Seeker. What do we need you to do? We need you to email winners at modenvy.net. That's winners at modenvy.net. Let us know that you won a $20 fucking gift card from Fucking Vapor and include your screen name, your real name, and your address information. I do remind you this giveaway is U.S. only by their own request. And, of course, the rest of you can visit them over at fuckinvapor.com.
Oh my god. Tiger, I need you to say, I broke my dick when I vaped Fucking Vapor.
Never happened, Joe.
After I hung out with Heat Seeker and we did Bang Bang.
Stop.
All right. Well, while we were talking about Fucking Vapor there, yes. I am actually going to get the killer custard because that way I can try it, say I've tried it, actually rate it in my scale of custard. Yes, I know I can get one of my favorite custards much cheaper than the $30 for fucking 100 mils of like old school pricing. Like, I feel like I'm chasing down fucking fluid again. So if you want one of my top 3 custards at a very affordable price, there's an easy way to do it. All you gotta do is watch shows about vaping. I'm sure you've heard about them. And tonight, 4 lucky winners are going to get $20 off of a $24 purchase from them.
You must be talking about Vaping Watch.
My favorite from Vaping Watch is Clockwork's custard.
Okay.
I got an email that they moved. Those got moved into the like the T-Max area, I believe.
Oh, holy hell! I hadn't catch that yet.
Yes, yeah. Clockworks got moved into like that page, like the Vaping Watch page, or the T-Max page.
I got word that they dropped the price on it.
Yeah,
Hang on. Talk. I'm going shopping.
Yeah. So it's $720 right now because they're doing a sale on top of it. So yeah.
Wait, $720 for 120?
No.
I think that's right.
Okay.
You mean 520.
Let's see. 120 would add. It would only be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1330 for a 120.
No, he's 10% off right now. Wait, is it the same price as T-Max?
No, I think it's a little higher, but it came down a lot when he moved it over.
Okay.
It's $720 for 30 mil.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 120, it is
$13.50.
Fuck.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, $13.50.
Holy fuck!
But he's got
10%
off coupon.
I'm counting it. The coupon is already built into the price, right? So it's normally 8.
Right. Okay.
So it should be $13.50 discounted and everything, but still, that's way cheaper for a 120 than it used to be.
Well, he says right here, everyday low price. The Clockwork Custard Monkey Spunk is now just $8 for 30 mils, $15 for 120 mils.
So if you do it during the sale, you'll save like $1.50 on the 120.
Let's see. 100,
that is an awesome custard. It really is one of the better ones out there.
Okay, also, I don't know if this really matters, but since he does everything mostly in glass, he's also now including 60 ml Chubby Gorilla bottles with every order over $12. Okay? Because some people get pissed and moan that they like their Chubby Gorillas, and he only does glass with the dropper, blah, 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 blah. So now he's giving away the Chubby Gorillas. Basically, order 2 bottles of juice to get a Chubby Gorilla. No, I want to see. Does he?
It's much more of a like if you think about eating custard, if you've eaten real custard, creme brulee, that kind of thing, the Clockworks is a lot more like that than a lot of the other ones I've had. Would you agree, Nitro? Like it's more like, I guess he can't hear us. Nitro, can you hear me right now? Because you have no headphones on. Probably not. Never mind. You just have to take my word for it. But I thought it was. To me, it's much more like a real custard.
Yeah, and monkey spunk is good too. I've had monkey spunk. If you like banana, you like. That sounds terrible. If you love banana, you will love monkey spunk.
Okay, so I might not be getting.
Why?
I might not be getting killer custard.
Why? They changed the formula on you?
No. I might not be getting killer custard.
Oh! Clockwork custard. Okay, all right, I got you.
I just put in a small version.
I didn't get too much spice from it. It just to me it tasted. It tasted real.
Clockwork custard is not a spicy custard.
Yeah, it just has a real, like, it reminds me more of the real food than most of the other vapes that I've tried.
Okay, it's not overly eggy. It's not overly creamy. So one of the problems you're going to run into, if you're a custard vapor, if you're not a custard vapor, I'm sorry, you're about to get overly educated on fucking custard. There's two types of custards. You're either going to wind up with an egg-based custard. Those are the custards that make you go. And they have that weird feeling in your fucking mouth. Okay? Or you get the ones that taste like a really bad fucking melted vanilla milkshake that are overly creamy. That's like...
Yeah. Which is a good chunk of
and
them.
It'll almost go sour. So part of it is balancing in between there. Now a true... like British custard, it's like dead center of that. Yeah. I've actually had a true British custard. You're not going to taste cinnamon. You're not going to taste like fucking nutmeg. It's going to taste like a fucking fresh custard, like a true British custard. Mel, you would love fucking clockwork custard. So I'll put it like this. It was good enough when I saw how fucking low they dropped the price. I took my headset off to order.
Yeah, and I was talking about it. I'm like, yeah, right, Nitro? And you couldn't hear me because you had no headphones on. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wish he made more juices, because the Clockwork Custard and Monkey Spunk is actually his line. And then, of course, don't forget, he's still doing Man Murdoch, which is also including 10% off coupon. So 30 bill models are $16, which is actually quite cheap for Man Murdoch these days. And, of course, they have my favoriteest thing in the whole world, Fluid. And also Mahara, which is...
fucking dirty hippie.
They have Bleeding Lotus, they have Melange, and my second favorite of his, Agent Orange. Which is just a fantastic flavor. So, anyway, what is it? 4 lucky winners are going to win a $20 off coupon of $24, is it?
20 off 24, yes.
Okay, so 4 lucky winners.
All right, here we go.
Don S.
Okay.
Miss Trixie.
Okay. Next up.
Nothing popped for me.
Oh, by the way, Murdoch stuff's on sale too.
Oh, it's not showing for you?
No.
Oh, darn. That means I have to read it. I was really looking forward to you doing this one. It's your favorite bulbous pig balls.
Yeah, right.
And you see what happens when I roll the names, because of the tool I'm using, it ties into Google. I get a really nice sized picture of their profile pic, and it really is bulbous pig balls. So just saying. Okay, and our last Twitter is up.
And Susie, SLY.
This is a giant cock.
All right, so our winners once more: Dawn S, Miss Trixie, Bulbous Pig Balls, and Susie Sly. Congratulations, winners. We need you to pay very close attention to chat right now. Axel Beam is sharing a very special link with you, And you're going to need to bookmark that or open a tab and just hang on to it for a second. Then I want you to head on over to vapingwatch.com. That's vapingwatch.com. Once you're there, create an account for yourself. When you have your account created, fill out the Google form that Axel has given you the link to, and then you are on your way to claiming your $20 code for a $24 purchase. Congratulations, winners, and the rest of you, of course, can visit them for all the great flavors and great deals at vapingwatch.com.
Do we have any of the Vaping Watch people in chat? Do we have Wrecker or T-Max or Tammy?
I'm not sure if any of those folks are in the
Bulbous
audience.
pig ball.
I have a weird question.
Go on.
No, I need to talk to one of the Vaping Watch people. Tammy, are you here? Tammy. Well, what's confusing me is I'm looking at my orders. So, under the Clockwork Custards, sorry, Watcher, getting extra stuff here because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just going to give you a link directly to the page I'm looking at. So, I put in there for the 120 milliliter bottle. And then I put in my nicotine level. And then the next thing there is syringe needle type. If you want no syringe, they charge you an extra 90 cents.
It's got to be a bug.
We'll just go for the free blunt tip needle. He's probably like, damn it, no wonder we've been selling some of these fucking syringes.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, that's why I was trying to see if one of the Vaping Watch people is in here. So we'll continue on. I'll try to get an answer there. I'm going to bug some of the T-Max guys and see if they're awake.
Alright. Next giveaway, sir.
Like, it's broken. Kind of
Must
like
be
my
talking
dick.
about broke dick.
Yeah, go.
Okay, let's see if there's anything over at anything new at the Dick of Broke. Alright, see he's got anything going on. He's got a new 4th of July weekend pack. These are, let's see here. Oh, that's weird. Is this like a new... Are these salts? Or are these something... He changed his... Did he change his, look? I think he's changed his look, yeah. He's got like... Yeah, he's changed his look.
Although the one bankroll still has the old one, but the other ones look new.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently there is a fan favorite 3-pack. I was just on the other one. Where's it at?
I wonder why he changed it again. Is the other one still too Monopoly-ish?
Yeah, I've seen this style of packaging before. There's another guy who does this. I forget the name of it. And it's not beard. It's like it's like they look like, it looks like mustache like cream, you know, like it's like two guys with big beards, you know. It looks like something.
That's interesting. I wonder why I changed it again.
Anyway, right now he's doing a 4th of July limited edition pack. Now these are the 3 bankroll flavors. This is going to be bankroll 1. Oh, he brought back. Oh, see, you got to get in on this. This is crazy, because he's got the orange candy, which is like, oh, it's fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite juices ever. If you like sweet orange candy. And this one was so hard to find; it's sold out for such a long time. He's doing that. He's doing the apple caramel one, which I believe is still sold out normally. And now I guess the new bankroll 10 is the watermelon cantaloupe honeydew, which is I'm gonna hate because I hate anything with fucking cantaloupe and honeydew in it. But it's not his fault. It's just for some reason sour sponge to me. I don't know why, but that's just what it is like. All right, so does that mean you can buy it by itself now? Let's see.
Get down. Get down. Come on.
No, so you can't buy it. You cannot buy the orange or the apple pie without getting that particular thing. The only one you can buy is Bankroll 10, but that's because it's new. So the only way you're going to get it is by that particular pack, which is very smart of them. Anyway, so when it comes to Broke Dick, it's 2 120s for $23 shipped every day. Also, don't forget to check out their packs. I think they're $58 for 6 shipped. So under $10 for 100 mils, and you'll get 6 flavors for $58 shipped. And then don't forget to check out their 60 milliliter limited edition, which is the Bankroll editions. Their newest one now is called Bankroll 10, and it looks like it's a very summery style vape with melon, and more melon. So, goodness. I don't like when you laugh for no reason.
I'm dealing with the vaping watch problem.
He's not laughing for no reason. He's laughing for a reason he's not telling you.
Yes.
Well, yes. When I'm saying you're talking, all of a sudden he's just like, ha! I'm like, oh god, what did I do wrong? Is there like a booger coming out of my nose or something? Like. All right, so one lucky winner, I believe, is going to win 600 mils. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this, Brutus.
All right, rolling.
That's a great name.
David Copperfield.
No, Copperfield. Copperfield. That's good.
All right. Congratulations, David Copperfield. We need you to email winners at modenvy.net. That's winners at modenvy.net. Let us know that you won the 5 120s from Broke Dick and include your screen name, your real name, and your address information. And we'll also need to know what flavors and nic levels you would prefer to try. So please include that information. You, of course, and everyone here can find it over at brokedick.com.
All right, there is a theme going on tonight. Copperfield. All right, so David Copperfield won. Bulbous Pig Balls. Heat Seeker. Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Apparently Nightbot's horny.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Yeah, there's definitely a theme going on.
So, Pammy has fixed the situation. If you're ordering Clockwork Custard, put the order in, select the 14-gauge syringe, and in the notes, put that you do not need the damn syringe.
Okay.
All right.
What I was laughing about was the conversation with Pammy.
Oh, okay. Did she show you those nude pics again?
Stop.
Not again.
No, only kidding.
Shall I kick him for you, Pammy?
I don't know if she's here.
Oh, that's good then. She won't hear this. All right, so what are you guys doing for the 4th? Anything special?
Getting drunk.
Scope?
Wait, what's that now?
Will you do anything special for the 4th?
For the 4th, I'm going to well, it falls spread on a Wednesday, so either the weekend before or weekend after, I'm going to try to do a little...
Yeah, you know, I hate when holidays like that fall midweek because they just, it sucks something out. It's like when Halloween falls on a Thursday. It just sucks. You know, it's like it's got to fall on a Friday or Saturday or maybe even a Sunday. But yeah, 4th of July in the middle of the week is just terrible because the next day, like all your coworkers are coming in, they're like, you know, because they're all hungover and bloated from eating all the barbecue and it's terrible. But did you get fireworks this year? Because they are legal in Jersey.
No, that's right. They did make some stuff legal. Like it's not a lot of the fun shit. I think is still legal, right? Here, I forget how that.
No, you could get like the cakes and stuff. The only thing you can't have is like
the big ass rockets.
No, you can have the big ass rockets. You can't have anything with report. So like firecrackers, bottle rockets, M80s, ash cans, things like that. But but the big stuff like those big fat cakes that you buy and you light and they have a huge show. No, they have some report in them. But by report, for those of you who don't know what that means just an explosion.
Interesting.
You'll have.
I've never heard it called that before. Report.
That's what they're called on the fireworks. It's the only reason why I know that's what it means.
Isn't it basically gunpowder, or do they actually use some different chemical to go bang bang?
I have no idea.
What makes it go boom? I don't know the actual chemical makeup of the stuff that goes boom.
Yeah. So. Basically, 80%. They eat ground flowers, jumping jacks. All that's fine. You can have all that good stuff. You can have all the rockets that don't explode but make colors in the air and all that stuff, like those 5-ounce rockets, 4-ounce rockets.
Yeah, whatever. Black powder. Yeah, so which is kind of like gunpowder or similar, I guess, right?
It'll explode.
Yeah. It reminded me of something like. Long time ago, late 80s, I guess. Me and a bunch of friends were being assholes that like you do at that age, and we were having a bottle rocket fight.
Oh yeah,
so
all the time.
You do the thing where you lay the stick in your hand, you light it, and you shoot them from your hand, and you aim them. So we were on opposite sides of the street, right? So there's a house over there, street is the middle ground, and then the house on this side. So you had like a team of guys on that side, team of guys on this side, and we're just shooting rockets at each other, right? Which is really bad. And one comes in, I think it was, one came in, and somehow it got caught, like right here, like in my shirt. So it shoots in like fast. It's still going, right? So now the output of the exhaust, if you will, is just burning across my arm. And I feel this unbelievable pain like I've never felt in my whole life. And all in a fraction of a second, and I can't get it off me, right? It's just kind of stuck there because it's wanting to shoot itself in. And then at some point in my head, it occurred to me, these things explode, don't they? Right? So in a split second, I have the thought, this thing's probably going to explode. And then I remember thinking, please don't explode. Please don't explode. Boom! And I ended up with, like, for about a year, I had a mark here. It was a 3rd degree. Not first or second. 3rd degree burn. So it was literally black and charred. And it was only about that big. But the pain... Yes. Those for the first hour... Oh my God. Like, I don't think I've had anything as painful probably in my whole life, including I've broken quite a few bones.
I had that on my hand. I couldn't imagine getting it where you got it.
This is pretty fairly sensitive skin. And it took a real long time. The scar was there for years. I got old enough, I guess, that the scar went away. But, I haven't done that again since. But it was fun up until getting burnt.
When I was in the 80s, I almost killed myself. Speaking of black powder, I was a dumb fuck, and me and my friends decided to make our own bomb. So what we did is we took a toilet paper roll, and we waxed the bottom of it, and I cut my father's shotgun shells open and took all the black powder out and packed it. And then waxed the top. But instead of using a wick, I used string, so it wouldn't go in. You know what I mean? But I'm sitting there looking. If this thing went off, this thing would have been like a stick of dynamite. This thing was crazy. Luckily, that thing never went off. But I'm an idiot.
We were just talking in chat about the coil burn. Anyone that has made coils. I bet a good chunk of you guys has done it at least once. I did it bad enough that I actually could count the wraps on the burn. I was like, oh look, it's a 5 wrap. You can hold it up and count each of the lines in the tip of my finger. I mean, I just singed myself.
When you kiss the coils, though.
No, that I haven't done, thank God. That's like one of my biggest fears. I have never forgotten to put the cap on and tried to fire it. That would be Ooh, I can't even imagine how bad.
Yeah, I used to get burns all over my hands because I used to back in the day. I used to fry chicken.
Like Bob says, check on both.
and when you release all the oil, those coils in there are big and they're hot, and you go in to clean it, and you just you get burn marks all over your skin from those coils, those big fat coils that heat up the oil.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, getting burned is.
How did we get here?
I don't know. Because you brought up fireworks, and then I brought up the burn, and then we just scrolled from there.
Well, because we forgot to tell the motherfuckers to get the fuck out and have a very happy 4th of July.
And a sober, well, it doesn't have to be sober, but a safe one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Today's the 29th. Get the fuck out, have a good 4th of July. Or if you're in...
And a good Canada Day.
I was gonna say, if you're in Cook Land, go get naked and crazy with a fucking tree sap thing, motherfucking thing. With your weird hat and your underwears and your polar bears and your mooses.
Yes.
And your drop bears.
Yes.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck off of my obstacle! Get the fuck down off of my obstacle!
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
You had best unfuck yourself or I will unscrew your head and shit down your neck!
You in my house now. You talking all that shit? So get the fuck out. You sorry ass bitch.
This is a giant cock.
In my house, eating all my shit. So get the fuck out. You sorry ass bitch.
Please give me cock. Cock.
Well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet.
Cock smoker.
This is a giant cock.
Get up off your ass and clean up all this shit. Look at you, you sorry ass, low down raggedy bitch. You sitting around my house, smoking all this shit. So get on out my house, you slimy ass bitch.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? I need to. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
You're calling all your friends on my telephone. You need to leave all them bull-dagging bitches alone. I got bitches that do shit for me that you can never do. They suck me, fuck me, and give me money too.
Yo, baby, you have your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
The fuck you in for, bitch? Start sucking. Bong! This job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking customers.